Hello everyone and welcome to my channel. This is Elise here of Plan with Elise and I'm so excited. Today we are featuring a Laurel Denise planner. Now Laurel Denise is a planner brand that you may have seen floating around the internet for a while now because Laurel's planners have been going viral. I had the honor of meeting Laurel at Go Wild and also listening to her story and enjoying her sense of humor, and I can't wait to share this new release. So a couple of info details before we get into it. This release is on Monday, April 17th at 12 p.m. Eastern. Code Elise10 will give you a discount. However, it's a one-time per customer use code. So if you use it, you won't be able to use it again in the future. However, I will have an affiliate link that, of course, can be used in the future. So, do we start with accessories or planner? I think we start with planner first. Look at this packaging, first of all. Isn't this like the prettiest box ever? I also just want to say real quick that I do have another Laurel Denise planner that I recently picked up. This is a project planner, so I am going to showcase this at the end of the video. This is available now. It's not part of the release, but because it just arrived and I haven't shown it yet on YouTube, I am going to share it also in this video because I think this is a great product and I want you to be able to check it out as well. So let's get to opening. Okay, so we have a sticker set here, so we'll get into that shortly. We know I don't want to rip the tissue because it's so pretty, so we're just gonna slide. Oops, we're gonna move this over. We're going to slide this out. So this is the undated horizontal weekly planner. It's going to come in two colors. What I have here is Spring Sky. And then the additional one is an echo print, which you'll be able to see online when these release. So the first thing that's very important to point out is the size, right? Because it's a different kind of size than we've ever seen in a planner. It's not just different from the planner brand I use, it's a different size. So closed, this is 12.7 inches wide by 9.2 inches high. But when it's, and that includes the coils, when it's open, as we can't even get it all on my screen here, because I don't think I can, yeah, I still can't lift my camera up high enough. Open, it's going to be 24 inches wide. So it's a wide planner. First up, we have this pocket. Let's zoom back in, I think, a little bit. Let's get a little bit lower just so we can get like a nice view here. Okay, so first up, we have this bookmark, which has a ruler on it too, which is great. And then monthly tabbed stickers, because like I mentioned, this is an undated horizontal weekly. So these tab stickers, this is also perforated if you wanted to pull it off. But these, where are my tweezers? You're going to be able to, they're like this kind of shape so that it's going to go on the front and back, and you'll be able to fold that over. Then we have This Book Belongs To, If Found, Please Contact, and then a really nice heavy cardstock divider. Okay, now this is where the Laurel Denise planner magic happens. So on the left side here, you have the month and the year, and then this is where you'll do your monthly. And then you have this space where you can fill in maybe like anything. If you watch Laurel Denise's Instagram, she shares a ton of tips on different ways that you can use these sections. So the way that this will work is that this will be a 1 week. So let's hold off on this for a second, right? Maybe this even is like a color coding for different categories in your life. Then this section is going to be your weekly. And the benefit here is that you're going to have all of these weeks while you'll still be able to see your month. So whether you have it open like this or like this, you can still see the entire month at a glance, so you can figure out what needs to happen throughout the week. So I would assume you'd get 7 pages, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, 5, because it's weekly, not daily. That was me just not having enough coffee today. So you have these weekly, and this is the layout. So it's like a horizontal layout. And then what you also have is this huge space of dot grid and then the blank paper of to do this month. So you could use this all encompassing. This can have your monthly in terms of your family schedule, your work schedule, your overview. You can map out your budget over here. You could write down your weekly spending here. You could do your to-dos over here and know, whoops, that this is your running to-do list of the month. So even if you had this fully open, and remember, I just can't get the whole view here, I can see what's happening during the month, what's happening during the week, and then the actual list of things that need to be done throughout the month. And then when we flip it, we are going to get the same thing. So 12 months of undated, which means you can start at any time. Now let's go through past the months and talk about the additional pages, because there's a lot of additional pages here. So these are 2 of the full size page set. You have 12 with both pages of month, goals, things to remember, and then all of this dot grid space. So you'll have 6 here and you will have 6 here. Then we have this, I'm going to call it a tracker. I'm not going to call it a habit tracker or bill tracker. We're just going to call it a tracker. And really what you could do here is this looks a lot like a bill pay checklist. If you wanted to write like bills up here and track those, you could write the bill name, or you could do the bill name up here, the amount, and check them off once they've been paid. You can also absolutely use this as a habit tracker. You could use it as an exercise tracker. Any type of thing that needs to be checked off on a regular basis, these pages would be great for. This paper is also like a nice thick paper. So you have several of these. So you could use them in a ton of different ways. I know that they even posted an Instagram reel last week about different ideas that you can use these pages for. And then we have grid pages, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 grid pages, and then probably 10 dot pages. Like this dot can be hard to see. And then we have the copyright information and another big pocket back here. So there's so many ways that I'm excited to use this planner, and I think that having it undated is really helpful because you don't feel like maybe if 1 month you're just not in a season of planning, that it's not you're not going to have the pages wasted. So I think that that is really key. I did also see a trick online where, let me see if I can figure out how to do this without rewatching the video. But if you are someone who likes to take the pages in and out of your planner, what you can do, I think this was it. Let's see if this works. We're going to try it with 1. You can do a little, yep, that was it. You do a tiny snip here between the coil, just like this. And because it's a little tiny snip, you're not going to have to worry about the pages falling out. We're just doing a little slit, in the page. I'm just going to lift this to make it a little easier. But this is like a 10-second task. And having the coil here to slit with, like to slide the scissor in between, makes it a little bit easier, even for someone like me who can never do things right. And look, ready? Oh, it's so satisfying. It's like really satisfying. So you can, that's a great way to customize this a little bit more for yourself if you want to. All right, let's look at, and then of course, don't forget, we have this snap-in bookmark here to be able to note where you are. Okay, who is not a sticker lover? This is the undated or I think this is the undated sticker pack. Let's take a peek. And you are going to have, so we have the first month, January, the 2023 and 2024, and then these stickers will fit perfectly beneath these lines. If you don't want to write them in, there are stickers for you. And then, because the weekly part is also undated, look at all of these day of the week stickers. You have one full page of each day of the week, which I didn't expect. These are the undated planner stickers. So this is an amazing addition to this because you can put the day here. You could also put it over here. I'm still deciding exactly how I'm going to set this up at the time of filming this part of the video. The end of the video, by the time this goes up, might have some more details, but look, this could even go right over here. It can go here. It can go here. It can go wherever you'd like for it to go. But it's fun to play around and set up something that is entirely new. Like, that's what excites me. And something that I can see working for myself. All right, let me pull out some accessories as well, because they were kind enough to send me some accessories to share with you. We're just pulling it out of the packaging because the packaging has my address. Okay. All right, so we have, first up, the Laurel Denise sticky notes set. And I use a ton of sticky notes in my day-to-day planning. You don't see it as much because by the time you see my planners, they are, they're used and I remove the sticky notes, but that's so much of my pre-planning happens with sticky notes. So let's talk about some of these strips. So like one of these can be great for this space right here. You could also use it across a few days. This would cover about 3 days in the monthly. And let's switch this over. You can also, if you wanted to, use the to do this month. Make sure we can see that. There we go. And put these in and then have these all these to-dos this month, right? Let's say you have 2 categories. Let's say you have work and personal, and you write them here knowing that these are the things that you want to do. Once you know what week you can get it done in, or even what day, you can assign them here. And if you're still playing around, that's what the sticky notes are for, right? You could also, of course, write them down, but this is a great way that it's like maybe the first week of the month. These are the things that you want to get done. Once they're finished, you move them over here, and then this space is filled again, like empty again to be able to use. We also have this one, which fits really nicely over here as well in terms of the to-do this month. Then we have these shorter sticky notes that will fit about 2 days there, or should fit, I'm thinking. No, not quite, but we could cut it if need be. But that'll fit right over here in the monthly. Okay, now we have these smaller box sticky notes. This would be perfect for a month page and also could be used really easily in the to do this week section. So that is how the sticky notes will coordinate with this. Up next, we have this washi. So there we go. I'm gonna break it with the nail. Oops. You know what? I'm not gonna pull this washi out just yet. I want to show it though first. We have 3 sets of washi here. Checklist in terms of circle, lines, and boxes for a check mark. I do want to, okay, you know what? I think we're gonna have to pull it out. We're gonna get this. This is gonna sound ridiculous, but just in full transparency, I'm trying to like save some of this packaging so that I can take a pretty photo for Instagram without losing the top of it. You know, it's like the ability sometimes to be able to do a fresh unboxing, first impressions unboxing, while also taking content for Instagram is like, it's actually a struggle. It's not always that easy unless I have like duplicates of everything. All right, let's play with this washi. This is the fun part. It's like a trick. There's gotta be. Oh, kind of where I can see the print overlapping. There we go. There we go. Okay. So I could get, let's play with this, 4 of these check boxes down. Let's get this part lifted. In one of these weeklies, or one of these horizontal weekly days. I think the horizontal weekly is my favorite layout that I've seen. Like, I like it more than the vertical weekly because there's this space to work with versus the vertical, which is funny because in a lot of my planning, I do prefer vertical. This time, I think I'm preferring the horizontal. So that is the box. And then, like I mentioned, we have the circles and the lines as well. Okay, let's move this over. And then the other accessory I have that we are going to do a test on, I think, yeah, we're just going to test the back of this. So let's flip this over, is pastel highlighters, 4mm tip width in a 10 pack. Let's get a little bit closer. Okay. Well, that's pretty. I like that color. So I'm going to test these, and also we'll flip the page over and see how they do. And then I will also be testing my most used pens, just because I think that when trying out a planner, the pens that I'm going to use the most, I want to see how they do with the paper as well. And it doesn't necessarily, let me clarify this, it doesn't necessarily mean that I'm not going to purchase a planner if the pens bleed through. What it means is that I might use my pens a little bit differently. Like, I might use a marker more over stickers than I would directly on the page. Or if you watch a lot of my videos and I use my Zig Clean Color Dot pens, I'll just do a little dot rather than pressing hard for a full dot. So that is where we are at. Okay, this is a pretty color. That's really pretty. And 3 more. Oops, no, I didn't do that one yet. It's even like a nice brown. And these just feel good. Like, I'm not skipping. I feel they're easy in my hand. Okay. So those are, oops, these pastel highlighters. They're really pretty. Let's flip it over. And we're good. I see a tiny bit of the end. I don't even know if you can see it. Wait, I think it's here. There's like it's so hard to see. There's like a tiny little dot there. I feel like that barely counts. Sometimes I see things more when I'm doing a video here because we are under really bright lights, but you can barely even see that. Okay, now let's grab the pens that I used. Oh no, I just saw one of my pens, the tip had fallen off, which means the pen is probably dried out. Well, oh well. Okay, back to this. So let's try Zebra Sarasa Dry. And then let's do a click art while we're at it, because click art can sometimes be seen more as a marker. And then what should we try next? I'm not going to try every single pen because lately I'm really only using a couple of pens. We're going to try a Muji 0.5. And I think that might be, oh, one more will be a Paper Mate Flare. Okay, let's see what happened. I think it's just the zebra click art. I can't see any other, but I can see that that's a click art. And like I said, that's kind of more a marker. So the final pen test that I am going to run is going to be less of a pen, more of like marker highlighter situation. We are going to test out a few of my Zig color dot markers. So there we go. I had some more under here. I was like, I know I have more colors than this. And we're just going to, let's do dot and then a bigger dot and see how this works. So little dot. These markers make a size dot based on how hard you press, which is why they're making two different size ones. My guess is that maybe the teal will show through. I'm actually not seeing any of them show through, which is really nice. I'm sure that if I used the black, because I do have this in black, that would show. So let's just test it. But I'm sure that that's going to show. That's going to show probably in any planner. So I did a little dot and then a thicker one. Where is it? Is it here? No, it's not there. Oh, it's all the way down here. Okay, wow. That didn't show at all. That's the first time that's happened. I'm really impressed. I'm really impressed. Okay, so I also wanted to share with you so this is the horizontal weekly. This is really pretty. I can't wait to play with this. We have the horizontal weekly. We have the washi. We have the pastel highlighter set. And of course, the Laurel Denise sticky notes. The next thing that I want to share with you, oh, and the planner stickers, of course. I want to share with you the project planner. So this I picked up on my own. These were sent to me. This was a purchase of my own, and it's a monthly undated project planner. And I think that this has so much potential. So it's a little bit of a different cover. This was a chipboard cover. This is kind of like a plasticky one with a pocket inside. About the same width, a little bit shorter as the planner above. And it's a book bound, so you don't have the coil at all. Okay, now we can fit almost all of this. We're missing a tiny bit. Let's see if I can go up a little bit higher. This is, yeah, we're hitting my max. Okay, so we have month, year, reminders, and then a whole monthly grid, monthly overview. And then we have 4 columns. You could do this as 4 weeks of the month, which won't always work because there are some months with 5 weeks. You could do this as 4 categories of your life. So let's say for me, I was doing it for, I'll give you 2 examples. One will be goal setting. Even though I usually set goals in 8 categories, but what I could do is take my ruler here and put a line here, and now all of a sudden I have 8 boxes. I could do this for all things Plan with Elise, YouTube videos to film, things to do for Patreon, Etsy listings I want, sponsorships to do. And then you have a daily habit tracker with 1, 2, 3, 4, space for 5 daily habits. And that is how you're going to get 12 months of this. And then at the end of then we have the same that we saw up here with month goals, things to remember. You'll have 12 of those, and then a whole section of dot grid on either side, or this side and this side. And then you have these tracking pages like I shared before. So if that 5 habit tracker isn't enough for you, if you want to track stats on something, this could be really great for fitness, I think. Both of these, like there's so many different life categories. And that's what's key, is that all these areas that I plan in my life, I think would be able to all be in this undated horizontal weekly. And that's what I want to play with. Part of me is going to like play with it off camera so that I can like brainstorm and map out exactly how to share it. So not to share it, but exactly all the ways it can be used that I can see myself using. So we have back to this, all of these tracker pages, then of course the grid, and then all of the dots as well, and then a pocket. So look at that. This, and then again, this is available right now. Let me get a price for you on this, just so you know. The rest is all going to be available on Monday, April 17th at 12 p.m. Eastern. This is $35. The undated horizontal is $55. And of course, you can save using code Elise10. However, it is only good for, or valid for, your first purchase, but I will have my affiliate link in the description. Let me know if you tried out Laurel Denise planners. Let me know which part of this you are most excited about. And thanks for hanging out with me. And thank you to Laurel for sharing these products. I am beyond excited. I'll see you soon.